you ever take on something and then once you really get into the work you think, God, I've took on too much here. Well, that about just sums up my week. It's been a week now since we put our silage in. What has happened since that? We have spread all our hen dung. We'll have that now ploughed, and we have men in there at the minute power harrowing and land levelling, and so the aim is Saturday today. We are gonna reseed that, sow that on Monday. All been well. So I'm just in the calf house at the minute. Wasn't busy enough. We had, well, these 4 have been born in the last 2 days. All bells and blues. But these 2 twins this morning on top of everything else. She kept them both herself. They're like singles. She was a massive cow, and they're flying. Tubed them this morning, and they're looking very well. I actually had I had done drone footage of spreading hen dung, but the drone decided not to save it on me. So you're gonna have to take my word for it that we spread hen dung on it. We spread it and then we ploughed it in. We weren't sure we were going to get it done. We were thinking maybe doing it on the forest after it's ploughed, because it's brave and steep in places, and we weren't sure if it was going to be too slippy or something. But no, ground is in fabulous shape there at the minute. Hey, it's come on really, really well, and we've lime coming here today as well. So no, all's going to plan. We should get it done on Monday. I was going to roll the furrows before he power hard it. I've heard of a few men doing it and said it's a good job, but we ran out of time, so couldn't get that done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it after it's land leveled. Well, sorry, after the lime's going on, he's going to put the grass harrow on it and run the tines of that on it, and then I'm going to roll it before he sows it, and then I'm going to roll it after with a big heavy roller, and that should create a good enough seed to soil contact, all been well. As well as that, I'm spreading slurry as well on top of everything else. So we'll not complain. We've had 8 months or 9 months of wet weather, so I don't mind being busy when we have good weather. But for now, I'll do a bit of drone footage of these boys working.
Spotted fire in the distance, and remember times old. If you lose your direction, you will find it in your soul. Forest on the hill, we'll run in the field, far away from the bridges that they built. We are chasing with dreams.
Sunday now. We have pretty much the ground ready there now. What we're doing here now is we're lifting stones. We're lifting stones here. We're just lifting all the big ones like that. Big stones like that. Plan is, you see this is lined here now. It was land level, power hard yesterday. You can see that's only partly limed. They're coming back in the morning to lime the rest of that big field. And then what will happen then is the boy that's doing this, I actually just got a contractor this time to do everything. Barring obviously lift the stones. We done that. We done that because we had quite a short window. I don't know if you can see me or not, the sun's quite bad here. We had quite a short window, and time wasn't on our side just to mess about and try and do it ourselves. We would usually hire a power harrow and try and do it ourselves just to cheapen it a bit. But it was actually working out quite cost effective to get the contractor to do the full job. So what he's doing is he ploughed it, power harrowed it, land leveled it. Tomorrow he will harrow the grass seed in just with a big grass harrow. He is a big 4-meter harrow. Harrow the lime in, and then he'll sow the seed then. What I'll do after he harrows it, after he harrows the lime in, I'll roll it with a big heavy roller that I bought recently, and then he'll sow the seed, and then I'll roll it again with the big heavy roller. In past years we have a wee light roller. What we would have done, we would have rolled it just after the seed was sown, and it was nowhere near enough. And just doing my research and different things is that soil to seed contact is so important, and when you read about it you realise how wrong you were doing it. So it's all about learning, I suppose, too. So big heavy roller, and what it will do as well, it'll put down a lot of them stones as well, to be honest. Not that this ground isn't too bad, as you can hear in the background, the wee boys lifting stones there as well. It'll put down a lot of the stones that we probably would lift that don't need lifting. We have quite softish soil, PT type soil, you know, so it would take a good rolling, and it'll take a lot of that stone lifting out. So we're just lifting the big stones at the minute. That's obvious, and then we'll give her another run after she's seeded, just another rough run. We'll probably put a link box or something on the front of the tractor when they're rolling, and we'll lift any of the bigger stones then again. And then I roll it again, and then that's it over then. I suppose sow it as well. We sow the fertilizer on it. So after he is the harrowing done of the liming, he'll sow the seed, we'll sow fertilizer on it then, and then roll it one last time, and that's it then, ready to go hopefully. So it's given until I think Wednesday of this week done. I would like to have this done tomorrow, ideally Monday, and then that gives me a day then to finish off a bit of slurrying. So, and then all being well, I think what we're going to do is maybe do our faraway silage ground next weekend, maybe, depending on weather.
We head north for the tower.
Well, play me, baby, like an old guitar. I don't care where you stop and start. My days are lonely and my nights.
In terms of grass seed, this was not our first choice, must admit. We actually were going to put in an Italian type grass, but we couldn't get it in time, so we usually always use our high sugar grass. It's not specialised cotton. To be honest, I was looking for something that would be fast growing to maybe start that cutting a little bit earlier in the year and get 3 really good cuts out of. But I know this grass seed, it's been tried and tested in our farm, works really well. Cows love it. It's kind of a multi-purpose seed. It's not designed for anything in particular. It's kind of grazing and cutting. I do know it works on this farm, and I'm not that annoyed, to be honest. It's very good grass seed. Germinal have a really good name in this country. So tried and tested is what we're going for this time. Before I forget as well, I wanna shout out to Murray Farm Supplies. I only got word there yesterday afternoon that my grass seed that I was going to go with wasn't going to come, and it was actually with a different company, and I told them that, but I told them that it wasn't going to be here, and credit to him, he had this in my yard for 1 o'clock the next day, and there was no messing about with him. He was more than good to me, so shout out to Daki and all at Murray Farm Supplies. Thank you, boys.
Love song, baby, take me everywhere you run. It's been too long since I felt young. Will pass to use me up and use me back. They tell me I was built to last.
So we're just finishing off here now. Our rolling. We have the first 2 fields done. Now we're on the biggest field. There's 14 acres in this last field, so hopefully, well, I have to get it done tonight because it's given rain tomorrow. It's given quite heavy rain, which I really don't like, because this is it's quite steep in places, this ground, and actually this same bit of ground got washed on me 6 years ago. We just had it rolled and it teamed that night, and it didn't wash too badly, but it still left a couple of nasty tracks in it, which you don't want to see. You put all the effort into it, you want it to do well, but we're not in control of the weather, unfortunately. It is given weather warnings for thunderplumps tomorrow, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll miss it. But yeah, we're going to batter on at this, get this read up tonight, and yeah, really happy of how it turned out. Excellent job, just had it perfect. Just the right amount of weather to get it finished, so very happy. But we'll catch up with these in a day or two, and hopefully we're not trying to gather up the soil again at the bottom of the field. Catch up with you then. Up in this reseeding here now. This has been sowed now I hope you can hear me, by the way. It's very, very windy up here. This has been sowed now about 6 days, 5 days. So Saturday evening here now. It was sowed on Monday. And you can just see the first few wee strikes coming through. You'll be expecting that to be coming through now right and well towards the end of next week. Should be fairly well struck, providing we get a little bit more rain, which a lot of people don't want to hear, but it'll be good for this job. But no, overall I am delighted with this. This has worked out very, very, very well. Never thought I would have got it done, so it didn't. So it has just opened up this whole place. As you can see where I'm standing here now, well, it used to be it was like an out clay ditch with winds on it. It was like an out clay ditch with wind bushes growing up here, there. There was no real structure to it at all, and it was a nuisance, to be honest. So we took it out and made it one big field, and it has worked out extremely, extremely well. You wouldn't even know where the ditch was now. So very, very, very happy with it. First bit of reseeding done and a great success. But if you like this video, hit the like button, click the subscribe button, and don't forget, if you have any questions or anything to add in the comments, work away surely, and we'll see you in the next one.